Word. Talk about political correctness in comedy real quick. What's my man Steve Harvey? He came out, said that he's done with comedy. He doesn't even want to do stand up anymore because of the political correctness, and it took away from comedy the essence of it. Being out here and on the grind with some of the best. Do you feel that way? Do you see that happening amongst when you go to certain stages and crowds, and how does it affect comedy?
For a person like Steve Harvey at his level, I can see what he means and how he feels, or how it could affect him at that level that he's at and where he's ascended to, because he's going to be in so many different crowds, elite crowds, and places where people are going to be able to judge him on different levels and platforms, because he has so many different networks and outlets, from the Family Feud to TV shows, to where he's going to be judged more harshly and critiqued on that level. And I can respect him for saying he can't say the things he want to say and be free. However, for the comedians that are not in his lane, that are on the chitlin circuit, that has an underground audience, like for myself, my comedy is kind of raw. It's very vulgar at times, but I know my audience, so I stick to my audience. Like I get invites to certain shows, like to Martha Vineyard or to a different kind of arena, and I say, I'm not going to do that because that's not my type of crowd. And I'm comfortable saying that because I know what my comedy brings and what's my target audience. So I think for each individual that has their brand, you can't take something that's going to be more for our culture of the hood and think you can, it's going to be, you can acclimate that in an audience that's going to be political or mixed or have a diverse crowd, because it might not go over well. So without even going through that trouble, sometimes it's best just to stay with your crowd. And if you're winning in your lane, sometimes you can't win everybody's lane.
Smart. Now, in your opinion, would that make somebody like a Steve Harvey or anybody in general a sellout because they didn't want to, say if it was something that important that needed to be talked about, but they knew that they said this about this particular group of people that they would face backlash? Did that make them a sellout in your opinion, or just being smart?
For me, it's difficult. The word sellout for me is difficult because I can't judge anybody for their own individual career, because I don't know his mortgage payments. I don't know his car notes. I don't know the responsibility that he has to go home with to say, I can't risk losing this. So when people say people sell out, it's hard for me to embrace that, because it's like, you don't know what that person's financial circumstances, the desperation they're under, or what they have to do in order to maintain their lifestyle or to survive or stay above water. Like something that I might not sell out for might be something that somebody else can sell out for. So, sometimes people who selling out think they're buying in. It's just a perception to me.
Good answer.
Good point. We got Mike Ross, comedian out of New Jersey, stand up on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. It's beautiful. Wednesday evening. Go ahead, hit that like button, that 5-star rating. Brother, you busy, man. We started off saying how busy you were and how you working. You talking about you trying to get on our level when you out here working with Earthquakes and Lunels and all these other crazy comedians and incredible people, man. So let the people know, man. Let them know why they need to put some respect on Mike Ross's name. What you got going on, what you've been doing, brother, let them know right now.
Man, I'm pretty excited right now. Outside of my comedy shows that I have lined up, some of them got pushed back because of the, these new testing and the new viruses that came out. But we're still on track. But I'm very excited about a Netflix movie that's coming out this summer that I'm going to be in. It's going to be my first movie. It's done by Hall Mills Networks. They did Lit on Netflix, and it's done by Cornelius Grimm Whitaker for Hall Mills Productions, Hall Mill Network, with Jada director out of Newark. So that's one of the projects that I'm excited about. My next project after that is I'm going down to Atlanta to work with Keisha Nidia. She's one of the directors for the show, the ATL, and she has a lot of things going on down in Atlanta. So those are the two movie projects that I have coming up. As far as my comedy, you can go check me out at Mike Ross Comedy on Instagram and Mike Ross on YouTube.
Nigga said, oh God, you the man, Cass. I spit white like a clan mask, and I'm a hustler. I could stand out on the beach and sell sandbags. Some things can't last, but this ain't just a podcast. This is Sam Ant and Oh Godcast. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam and riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper alive. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam and riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper alive. Go gang.